There's a force in this world, quiet yet unyielding, gentle yet unbreakable. It is the force of a woman who walks with God, her steps steady, her spirit unshaken by the storms that rage around her. She is a tapestry of strength and grace, woven with threads of faith, resilience, and love. Her heart beats with the rhythm of divine purpose, and her life sings a song of hope that echoes through generations. She is not defined by the weight she carries, but by the way she carries it. Head held high, eyes fixed on the heavens, hands open to give and receive. She has known pain, yes, but she has also known the power of rising. She has felt the heat of the fire, but she has emerged not as ash, but as gold, refined, radiant, and ready to shine. A strong woman of God does not merely survive. She plants seeds of kindness in barren places, waters them with tears of prayer, and watches as they bloom into miracles. She is a lighthouse in the darkest nights, a beacon of hope for those lost at sea. Her strength is not her own, but borrowed from the one who created her, the one who whispers, "You are enough, and you are never alone." So let us celebrate her, the strong woman of God. Let us honor her journey, her courage, her unwavering faith. For in her we see not just a reflection of divine love, but a promise that no matter how heavy the burden, how deep the valley, or how fierce the battle, she will rise, and in her rising she will lift us all. The unshakable strength of a woman rooted in faith is a force unlike any other. It is a quiet power, a steady flame that burns even in the fiercest winds. It is not the kind of strength that shouts or demands attention, but the kind that whispers, "I am here, and I will not be moved." This strength comes from a place deep within her soul, a place where she meets God in the stillness and finds the courage to keep going, no matter what life throws her way. A woman of faith knows that her strength is not her own. It is a gift, a divine spark planted within her by the one who created her. She draws from this well of strength every day, especially when the road gets hard and the nights feel long. She knows that faith is not just a word. It is a lifeline. It is the hand she holds on to when the ground beneath her feels shaky. It is the voice she listens to when the world tells her she is not enough. Faith reminds her that she is loved, she is chosen, and she is never alone. This strength is not about being perfect or never falling. It is about getting back up every time she stumbles. It is about standing tall even when her knees are weak, even when her heart is heavy. She knows that every trial, every tear, every moment of doubt is shaping her into the woman she is meant to be. She trusts that God is working in her, through her, and for her, even when she cannot see the bigger picture. Her faith tells her that every struggle has a purpose, and every storm will pass. A strong woman of God does not let fear define her. She faces challenges head on, not because she is fearless, but because she knows that fear does not have the final say. She walks through the fire, not because it is easy, but because she believes in the promise of something greater on the other side. Her faith gives her the courage to take the next step, even when she cannot see the entire path. She knows that God goes before her, making a way where there seems to be no way. Her strength is also seen in the way she loves. She loves fiercely, deeply, and without condition. She pours out her heart even when it feels like it might break. She gives her time, her energy, her prayers, knowing that love is never wasted. Her faith teaches her that love is the greatest force in the world, and she carries this truth in everything she does. She loves because God first loved her, and she knows that her love has the power to heal, to restore, and to transform. A woman rooted in faith is a light in the darkness. She shines not because she has it all together, but because she knows where her light comes from. She carries hope in her heart and shares it with everyone she meets. Her strength is a testament to the power of faith, a reminder that even in the hardest moments, there is grace, there is peace, and there is a God who is always with her. She is a living example of what it means to trust, to believe, and to rise. And in her rising, she inspires us all to do the same. The power of resilience in the face of adversity is a story written in the heart of every strong woman of God. It is a story of battles fought, tears shed, and victories won. It is a story that says, no matter how many times I fall, I will rise again. Resilience is not just about surviving. It is about thriving in the midst of the storm. It is about finding the courage to keep going, even when every step feels like a mountain to climb. A resilient woman knows that adversity is not the end of her story. It is simply a chapter. She understands that life will not always be easy, but she also knows that she is stronger than anything that comes her way. Her strength does not come from her own power, but from the God who walks beside her. When the winds of life blow hard, she stands firm, rooted in the promise that she is never alone. She knows that every trial is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become the woman God created her to be. Resilience is not about pretending that everything is okay. It is about facing the pain, the fear, and the doubt head on, and choosing to trust God anyway. It is about crying out in the middle of the night, Lord, I don't understand, but I trust you. It is about holding on to hope even when the world feels dark. A resilient woman knows that her tears are not a sign of weakness, but a testament to her strength. She is not afraid to feel, to grieve, to wrestle with her emotions, because she knows that healing comes through the process. This kind of resilience is born in the fire. It is forged in the moments when she feels like giving up, but chooses to keep going. It is shaped in the times when she feels broken, but finds the courage to piece herself back together. She knows that every scar tells a story, and every story is a reminder of God's faithfulness. Her scars are not something she hides. They are something she wears with pride, because they are proof that she has overcome. A resilient woman does not let failure define her. She knows that failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of the journey. She learns from her mistakes, grows from her setbacks, and uses every experience as a stepping stone toward her destiny. She does not give up no matter how many times she falls, because she knows that every fall is an opportunity to rise stronger than before. Her resilience is a reflection of her faith, a faith that says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Her resilience also inspires those around her. She is a living example of what it means to persevere, to hope, and to believe. Her strength gives others the courage to keep going, to face their own battles, and to trust in God's plan. She is a beacon of light in the darkness, a reminder that no matter how hard life gets, there is always hope. Her life is a testament to the power of resilience, a power that comes from knowing that God is always with her, always fighting for her, and always working all things together for her good. In the face of adversity, a resilient woman does not just survive. She thrives, she rises, she shines, and she becomes a living testimony of God's grace and power. Her resilience is a gift, a treasure, and a legacy that will inspire generations to come. The beauty of a heart that loves and serves unconditionally is a radiant light in a world that often feels dark and divided. It is a heart that beats with the rhythm of grace, a heart that gives without expecting anything in return. This kind of love is not ordinary, it is extraordinary. It is the kind of love that changes lives, heals wounds, and brings hope to the hopeless. A strong woman of God knows the power of this love, and she pours it out freely, knowing that it is not her own, but a reflection of the love she has received from her Creator. Unconditional love is not easy. It requires sacrifice, patience, and a willingness to put others before oneself. It means loving even when it hurts, even when it is not reciprocated, even when it feels like there is nothing left to give. But a woman of God understands that this kind of love is not about her. It is about something greater. It is about showing the world what God's love looks like. A love that is patient, kind, and never fails. She knows that every act of love, no matter how small, has the power to make a difference. This love is seen in the way she serves others. She does not serve for recognition or reward. She serves because it is who she is. When she thinks of it, she says she serves with her hands, her time, her words, and her prayers. She serves her family, her friends, her community, and even strangers. She serves not because she has to, but because she wants to. She serves with joy, knowing that every act of service is an act of worship. Her service is a reflection of her love for God, and her love for God compels her to love others. A heart that loves unconditionally is also a heart that forgives. It is a heart that chooses to let go of hurt, to release bitterness, and to embrace healing. Forgiveness is not always easy, but it is always worth it. A strong woman of God knows that holding on to anger only weighs her down, while forgiveness sets her free. She forgives not because the other person deserves it, but because she deserves peace. She forgives because she has been forgiven, and she knows that grace is a gift meant to be shared. This kind of love is also a source of strength. It gives her the courage to keep going, even when the world feels cold and unkind. It reminds her that she is never alone, that she is loved by a God who will never leave her or forsake her. It fuels her passion, her purpose, and her dreams. It gives her the strength to love herself, even on the days when she feels unworthy. She knows that she is fearfully and wonderfully made, and that her worth is not defined by what she does, but by who she is in Christ. A heart that loves and serves unconditionally is a heart that changes the world. It is a heart that brings light to the darkness, hope to the hopeless, and love to the broken. It is a heart that reflects the heart of God. A strong woman of God knows that her love is not just a feeling. It is a call. It is a calling to be the hands and feet of Jesus, to show the world what it means to love without limits, to serve without hesitation, and to live with purpose. Her love is a legacy, a gift that will outlast her. It is a reminder that love is the greatest force in the world, and that it has the power to heal, to restore, and to transform. Her heart is a testament to the beauty of unconditional love, a love that knows no bounds, a love that will never fail. And in her love, she inspires us all to love a little deeper, to serve a little more, and to live with a little more grace. The courage to rise after every fall, guided by divine purpose, is the hallmark of a strong woman of God. It is a courage that does not come from within herself, but from the one who created her, the one who whispers, "You are mine, and I have a plan for you." This courage is not the absence of fear, but the determination to keep moving forward in spite of it. It is the strength to stand up, dust herself off, and take another step, even when her legs feel weak and her heart feels heavy. It is the belief that every fall is not the end, but a new beginning. Life is not a straight path. It is a journey filled with twists and turns, highs and lows. A strong woman of God knows this, and she embraces it. She knows that falling is a part of the process, but she also knows that rising is her destiny. She does not let failure define her. She lets it refine her. Every fall teaches her something new. Every setback prepares her for a comeback, and every challenge strengthens her faith. She understands that her struggles are not in vain, but a part of a greater plan, a plan that is far beyond what she can see. This courage is rooted in her faith. She knows that God is with her in every moment, in every trial, in every tear. She clings to the promise that He will never leave her nor forsake her. When she falls, she does not stay down. She reaches for His hand, lets Him lift her up. She trusts that He is working all things together for her good, even when it feels like everything is falling apart. Her faith gives her the strength to rise, to try again, and to believe that better days are ahead. Rising after a fall is not just about getting back up. It is about growing through the experience. It is about finding the lessons in the pain, the blessings in the struggle, and the hope in the darkness. A strong woman of God does not waste her pain. She uses it. She allows it to shape her, to mold her, and to make her stronger. She knows that her scars are not just reminders of where she has been, but testimonies of where she is going. They are proof that she has overcome, that she has survived, and that she is still standing. This courage is also a source of inspiration to those around her. When others see her rise, they are reminded that they too can rise. Her life is a living testimony of God's faithfulness, a reminder that no matter how hard life gets, there is always hope. She does not rise just for herself. She rises for her family, her friends, her community, and for anyone who needs to see that it is possible to overcome. Her courage gives others the strength to face their own battles, to believe in their own dreams, and to trust in their own journey. A strong woman of God knows that her purpose is greater than her pain. She knows that every fall, every failure, and every struggle is preparing her for something greater. She does not let fear hold her back. She lets faith propel her forward. She rises not because it is easy, but because it is necessary. She rises because she knows that God has called her to more, and she will not let anything stand in the way of His plan for her life. Her courage is a flame that cannot be extinguished. It burns bright even in the darkest nights, and it lights the way for others to follow. She is a living example of what it means to rise, to overcome, and to live with purpose. And in her rising, she reminds us all that we too can rise, that we too can overcome, and that we too can live the life God has called us to live. The light she carries, illuminating paths for others, is a gift that shines brighter than any darkness. It is a light that does not come from her, but from the one who placed it within her, the one who said, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." This light is not just for her, it is for the world. It is a beacon of hope, a guide for the lost, and a reminder that no matter how dark the night, the dawn will always come. A strong woman of God knows the power of this light, and she carries it with purpose, knowing that it has the power to change lives. This light is not always easy to carry. There are days when the weight of the world feels heavy, when the shadows seem too deep, and when the path ahead feels uncertain. But even on those days, she does not let her light dim. She knows that her light is not her own. It is a reflection of the God who lives within her. She draws strength from Him, and she lets His love fuel her flame. She knows that even the smallest light can pierce the darkest night, and she refuses to let fear or doubt extinguish what God has placed inside her. Her light is seen in the way she loves. It is seen in her kindness, her compassion, and her willingness to reach out to those who are hurting. She does not wait for others to come to her. She goes to them. She meets people where they are, and she shines her light into their lives. She listens without judgment, speaks with grace, and offers hope to those who feel hopeless. Her love is a light that warms the coldest hearts and brings comfort to the weary soul. This light is also seen in her courage. She is not afraid to stand up for what is right, even when it is hard. She is not afraid to speak truth, even when her voice shakes. She is not afraid to walk into the unknown because she knows that God goes before her. Her courage inspires others to be brave, to stand tall, and to believe in themselves. She shows them that they too can carry a light, that they too can make a difference, and that they too can shine. Her light is a source of guidance for those who are lost. She does not just shine for herself, she shines for others. She uses her light to illuminate the path for those who are struggling to find their way. She offers wisdom, encouragement, and support to those who need it most. She reminds them that they are not alone, that there is always hope, and that they are loved. Her light is a reminder that no matter how far they have wandered, they can always find their way back home. This light is also a legacy. It is something that will outlast her, something that will continue to shine long after she is gone. She knows that her light is not just for today. It is for tomorrow. It is for her children, her grandchildren, and for generations to come. She lives with intention, knowing that every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, and every moment of love is planting seeds that will grow into something beautiful. A strong woman of God does not take her light for granted. She knows that it is a gift, a responsibility, and a calling. She carries it with pride, with purpose, and with passion. She knows that her light has the power to change the world one heart at a time. And in her light, she reminds us all that we too can shine, that we too can make a difference, and that we too can be a light in the darkness.